Nicola Sturgeon has been criticised for not accepting democracy after the Scottish First Minister's fresh independence bid. The SNP leader has said she will demand UK government consent for another referendum on Scottish independence before the end of the year. It comes as a new survey by panel base for the Sunday Times found that 50% of those polled supported an independent Scotland. But Ms Sturgeon has been criticised by the Brexit Party over her latest plea for independence. The Brexit Party's Scotland spokesman said, "More people voted for Brexit than voted for the SNP. More people voted no than voted for the SNP. The SNP seem to have a problem accepting democratic decisions and are now trying to use democracy against democracy. Imagine Scotland, not independent, but an EU state, with a government that constantly disrespects the will of the people, charges people to drive to work and bans them from disciplining their children. What next?" Nighttime curfews. In an appearance this morning on the BBC's Andrew Marr show, Ms Sturgeon revealed she will ask Downing Street for a Section 30 order over the next matter of weeks as she pushes ahead with plans to hold another independence referendum in 2020. The referendum's Scotland bill, which makes provision for such a vote, was produced by the Scottish Government in May. Ms Sturgeon said, "I'm putting legislation through the Scottish Parliament right now to put the rules and regulations in place. As that legislation progresses, we will make that request for a Section 30 order." Asked if she will request the order this year, Ms Sturgeon said, "Yes." Pressed on if it would be this month, she said, "We will do it at an appropriate moment when the legislation is passing. It is likely to be over the next matter of weeks. It is coming soon. Of course, we don't yet know who is likely to be in Downing Street. The situation is very fluid." Scottish Labour leader Richard Leonard warned against the move. He said, "We need to resolve the constitutional crisis, not create another one. Scotland needs a Labour government that will deliver £70 billion of investment in our country. Our NHS, schools and business need this investment. The prospect of a socialist Britain offers far more than that of a separate Scotland." Pamela Nash, Chief Executive of Scotland in Union, added, "The UK government will not grant this request as it recognises that the people of Scotland do not want or need another divisive referendum. Barely a quarter of people support Nicola's timetable, so it's time she listened to the people of Scotland." Scotland voted against becoming independent in the 2014 referendum by 55% to 45%. In the 2016 Brexit referendum, Scotland backed remaining in the EU, but the UK voted as a whole to leave.